bringing yourself into the center of your mat and just starting to bring yourself firstly into a downward dog. So if this is your first downward dog of today, then let's just take it nice and slow and nice and soft. So we'll take quite a strong deep bend into the knees. We'll take the hands quite wide and we'll play around a little bit here. We're just starting to roll out the shoulders, walk out the heels, spreading through your toes nice and wide, and just alternate that weight into the heels of the foot, into the balls of the foot, and really start to feel that opening through the backs of your hamstrings into the calves. And that might already feel quite strong this morning. If you've been doing any other exercise this morning, then maybe your hamstrings already need that good stretch. So we're just going to take a nice couple of deep breaths as we arrive. So take a deep breath in and then open your mouth wide as you exhale. And again, a deep breath in and exhale. And just taking 2 more breaths, really feel that connection of your fingertips down through to the earth. Allowing the tailbone to rise up now as we start to straighten a little bit more through the legs. Feel that weight bearing down through the backs of the feet. The thigh bones pressing back and behind. And together, let's take 1 more nice deep breath in. And exhale nice and slowly. Let's lower the knees to the floor. Take the toes together, knees apart. Take a child's pose with the forehead resting to the mat, or maybe on your fist if need be. And I just want you to take a couple of moments to simply roll out your wrists. So circling your wrists in both directions, as we'll be doing some weight bearing work today. So these wrists need to be nice and warm, avoiding too much strain by making sure you've warmed them up. So just a couple more deep breaths in through the nose, and we'll exhale out through the nose now. Good. When you're ready, inhale, coming back up to all fours, bringing your hips above your knees and sway your hips from side to side. Start to circle over your wrist joints. So you can do this in one direction to begin with, nice and slowly. And just notice where there's a tendency to maybe bear your weight down. Can you bring that weight a little bit more into the fingertips? Almost, I like to use, for a lot of my practice, I find it helps if I've got this almost claw type grip. I'm gripping around the backs of the knuckles, into the pads at the fingertips. Good, let's change direction there. So nice and slow. Rolling around the hips, running around the knees. If you need any extra padding for your knees, feel free to do that and pop a blanket underneath. Good. 1 more deep breath in and exhale. Let's press the seat to the heels. If it feels okay to, see if you can turn the fingertips to face you now. So there's quite a strong stretch around the backs of the wrists there, the forearms. And just very carefully ease your weight forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards, breathing as you do it and allowing that weight to shift forwards and backwards. And then we can play a little bit with shifting the weight to the right and then over to the left. Good. Notice if there's a little bit of dipping going on into the spine. So if you can, hug in at the abdominals, belly to spine, to really keep that nice strong spine of yours. Let's take 2 more breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Well done. Nice and slowly easing the wrists back to face the top end of your mat. Start to think about this strong spine, belly to spine, nice and strong through the core. And together we're going to inhale, reach the right arm out to the side. So it's in one straight line with your shoulder. Notice how the weight may shift. So try and again draw in at the waist, keep the hips square. And then we're going to inhale to reach up to the sky, and you want to feel that stretch into your obliques. As you exhale, we're going to thread the arm through. Try and bend your left elbow as if you're doing a press up there as you hover. And then back to center. We're going to take the arm back out to the left, the right, and making sure it's square. Inhale, rise up. So we're doing this slowly. There's no rushing with this. Good. And then exhale, thread through, hover in your little press up there. Let's take 1 more. So taking it firstly to the side, square your hips, Then inhale, so you feel that stretch through the obliques and activating through the obliques. Good, and then exhale, threading through there. And then slowly return to center. Roll out through the shoulder joints, keeping your spine nice and strong. And let's take it to the left side. So you're taking it just across to shoulder height to begin with. Then there's that activation as you inhale to reach up. And then exhale to thread through. Let that right elbow bend like a press up as you hover to the side. Well done. Inhale, let's come to the side and hold. Keeping it just to the side. Exhale, bracing through the abdominals. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, thread through. Again, feel that bending of the elbow. Good. And then last time, take it slow. Extend to the side, hold as we keep the spine square, good. And then inhale, rise up. And then exhale, thread through. Well done. Inhale, return back to center. Place the palms down, sway out your hips, roll out in circles, maybe into a figure of 8. Whatever feels right in this moment. And I want you to really try and now tune into your breath. Maybe the eyes can close and you can just start to really allow this practice to be here on this mat, now on this mat away from any external distractions. So let's try and listen to the breath. Notice the quality of that breath, the texture of it, the taste of it, everything in this moment, how this breath feels. And when you're ready, walking the hands forwards for one hand step, tucking the toes, engage the core, breathe. And then exhale, roll the hips to the sky, nice and slowly. We're going to take an inhale and reach the right leg to the sky. There's always an option to bring one knee down if that's more easier for you. Exhale, hug the knee into the navel and step that right foot forwards. Lower the back knee and you can shimmy that right foot forwards. As you inhale, we're going to roll the palms to the sky, lift through the core center, and then roll the arms out into a nice big circle as you exhale. Let's take 2 more. Inhale, float the heart forwards, lift the gaze, and then exhale nice and broad through the palms. 1 more together. Breathe in and breathe out. Awaken at this time in the day. Well done. Bring the hands to the floor. You're going to slowly slide your back foot forwards about halfway. Maybe you need a block here if need be. And we're going to inhale. See if you can lift your hips up, hug your belly in and tuck the chin to chest. Maybe you can see if you can lift your right toes off the floor. Exhale, roll your heart forwards and lengthen your spine. And again, inhale, hug the belly in, feel the right toes lift up. And then exhale to lengthen forwards. Let's take 1 more. Breathe in and rising up through the spine. And breathe out. Lovely long release on that exhalation. Well done. And then slowly when you're ready, step your left foot forwards. Breathing in, looking forwards with a long flat back. And then exhale, melt yourself over your thighs. Let's step our feet back, downward facing dog. Breathe in for 1. Exhale. You're going to inhale, roll over your toes to a plank position. Gaze forward, soften your knees, and then exhale, shift your hips back up to the sky, downward facing dog pose. Inhale the left leg to the sky, so reaching up nice and high. And then exhale, hug the knee into the navel, scoop and round your upper back for space. And step that left foot forwards. Lower through the back knee, square up your hips. And together we inhale, rise up, fingertips to the sky, look up. And then open, expand through your chest, shoulders nice and broad. Wonderful. Let's take 2 more. Ground down through the feet, the back leg lengthened, lift up. And then exhale, expand through your heart. Let's take 1 more. Breathing in. Almost drink and swallow that breath and then exhale to expand. Wonderful. Lower the palms. Again, we're going to slide the back foot forwards and square your hips. Maybe you need that block again here. That's fine. So starting to inhale, scoop the belly in, round through the upper back. See if you can lift the left tiptoes. And then exhale, ground the front foot. Send your heart forwards. Inhale a breath, finding that upward lift of the abdominals. And then exhale, press your heart forwards. Let's take one more. Inhale, so you're trying to keep the hips nice and square. And then exhale to press your heart forwards. Ground the palms, step your right foot forwards. And then exhale, float your heart to your thighs. Take a nice deep inhale, start to lift your heart to your chest. Wonderful. Hi everyone. And then exhale, fold. Let's just hold here for a moment. Feel gravity pull your spine down. Feel this rounding of your spine, creating space into your whole back. And then you can just walk out your heels like we did in a downward dog. Alternate that weight, left to right, right to left. And then we're going to ground through the toes. Open the palms wide like wings and engage your core as we inhale, rise all the way up, stretch tall, look up. And hands to your heart center as you exhale. Well done. Take a moment with the eyes closed. Maybe you can already feel that heart pumping at the backs of your thumbs. Feeling that energy really building up with your breath. Ground down through all 10 toes, but feel the sense of lifting up tall towards the sky. Let the shoulders melt down. And taking this moment to really feel in tune with this practice right now. And we're just going to take our gaze down towards the ground. Our hands can come to our hips and just walk out the feet like we did in a forward fold, but now we're just standing upright. And we're going to bring a little bit of a sway into the hips. You can just slowly hinge left to right, right to left. And just notice how that feels, if there's any tightness in the lower back. Into the backs of the hamstrings, the front of the hips, and then start to slowly circle that. I quite like to do this in the morning when I've just woken up, so you can really start to unwind any stiffness into the hips there. And then try and ground down through the toes or play around with that weight, also shifting around the outer edges of the feet, the inner arches of the feet. And then when you're ready, changing directions. Nice and slow, breathing in, breathing out, last breath, nice and slowly, well done, slowing it down, back to center, ground through the toes. We're going to interlace the thumbs, and on the inhale, sweep the hands to the sky. Maybe there's a little back bend, but engage through your core as you lift up, and then exhale, fold, reach the hands back and behind, interlace your fingers behind your spine. Let's hold, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, lower the palms to the ground. Inhale, look forwards, halfway lift. And then exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Breathe in for one. Breathing out. Inhale, roll over your toes to a plank position. Soften your knees, looking forwards. And then exhale, shift the hips to the sky. Let's take two more like that. Inhale, rolling forwards, roll through your spine. Then gaze forwards, soften the knees. And exhale, shift the hips to the sky. One more. Ripple through your spine. Inhale. Bend the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Brilliant. We're going to inhale the right leg to the sky. Look up with your toes. And then exhale, hug the knee into the navel. And you're like holding in this plank position. Really squeeze the abdominals up and in. Breathe in again. Reach high to the sky. And then exhale, hug your knee to your navel, nice and slow. One more, breathe and reaching nice and high. And then exhale, hug knee to navel. Start to now slowly step your right foot forwards. Option to lower the back knee if you prefer. Otherwise, we're going to inhale, roll up like a rag doll, lift the heart, the chest, and then exhale, expand through your arms. And again, inhale, round through the upper back, ground through your feet, and open wide as you exhale. One more together. Inhale, roll up. And then exhale, open nice and wide. Well done. Lower the palms to the floor. Option to have your block And we're taking this a little bit wider now, this pyramid pose. Lift the right toes, ground through the back heel, hug the belly to spine. Inhale. And then exhale, press your heart forward. So we're a bit longer now in our stance than before. Inhale, roll the chin to chest. Exhale to press forwards. Well done. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Ground your left palm and let's inhale, sweep the right hand to the sky. Option to drop the back knee or holding here as you breathe. Inhale for 1. Exhale. Slowly windmill the palm forwards to the floor. Square your hips. Now your lengthways on your long ways on your mat into this long forward fold. Option to have a block. We're going to inhale, press the heart forwards, looking forwards, long spine. And then exhale, melt your heart to your thighs. When you're ready, taking your weight over to the left foot and square your weight to face the other end of your mat. From there, nice and slowly, hug the abdominals in, roll up through your spine, and then inhale, lift your heart, high lunge, and exhale, hold. So you might be facing the other way, sorry guys. So trying to now just take 2 long breaths. Feel the extension through that back leg, that upward lift through your spine, and lots of space for you to breathe with ease. Taking 1 more breath in fully. And then exhale, melt your heart forwards, lower to the ground. We'll turn the right heel down. We're back in our forward fold. Nice and wide forward fold, and we're just going to shift the weight side to side, nice and slowly, coming into this side lunge. We breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Well done. 1 more breath in and out. Good. Bring the weight over to your right side, ground the right palm, keeping the palm on the instep of your right leg. That right heel is going to pop off the floor, and then inhale, lift the left palm to the sky, reach up nice and high. Option to pop a block or a brick or something underneath your bottom if you want that extra stability. Breathe in, lift your heart. Option here, if it's in your practice, to thread the right arm all the way around that right knee, maybe lower the heel, and you can possibly take a bind there around that right thigh. Let's take 1 deep breath in, open through the heart. And then nice and slowly reaching out, if you've got the bind, release the bind, and slowly coming over to your left side. As you move to your left, start to now swivel your weight to face the center, the front, middle of your mat rather. So what you may see here is I'm actually now right on my toes of my left foot. If this feels quite uncomfortable, feel free to actually pop yourself onto a nice cushion or something if you need some stability there. But we should all hopefully have our left heel there, our right leg extended, engage through the core, and if you can, see if you can rise up here as we start to balance on that left foot. Gaze forwards, breathe in. Exhale, breathe in, breathe out. Really good effort, everyone. Last breath in and out. Slowly, when you're ready, lower the palms. See if you can bring the left heel down and shift the right foot towards you. Hug the right knee into your chest. And then as you exhale, thread that right knee behind your left, so you're threading it right behind. Maybe this is enough for you. Can you take the right palm to the floor? Can you take your left hand to your right foot and sink yourself down nice and low? Maybe, maybe not, maybe you can play with it. And you're extending that right leg. Maybe you just want to practice being with your knee thread behind and taking a hold of the foot. That might be enough, or this might be enough here. Just balancing, trying to get the knee behind. So if you're still trying to work it out, left leg is extended, right knee threads behind that left calf, weight into the right palm, take a hold of the left foot. Maybe you can extend that left leg and sit nice and low. One deep breath in, and then exhale to release. You're going to slowly take the right leg nice and high to the sky. So we're in a half splits pose. Hopefully you haven't got a wall in the way like me. And then nice and slowly, when you're ready, release the right foot down and walk out your heels and fold your heart to your thighs. Take a deep breath in and out. And again, a deep breath in and out. Let's slowly walk the hands forwards, wherever you are on your mat, coming back into downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Nice and slowly. Inhale, roll forwards to a plank pose. Option to lower the knees. If you're feeling warm now, you can exhale, lower through chaturanga. So hover in your press up, keep your elbows back. Inhale, lift your heart, your chest, upward dog or cobra. And then exhale, draw the abdominals up and in, downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to slowly inhale, take the left leg to the sky, reach up nice and high. And then exhale, hug the knee into the navel, scooping round through the upper back for space. And again, inhale, rise up, left leg to the sky. And exhale, hug the knee to navel, scooping round the upper back. Last time like that, breathe in. And then exhale, hug the knee in, step the left foot forwards. Perfect. And then again, inhale, roll up nice and slowly like a rag doll. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, hold. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Really good effort, everyone. Well done. Breathe space into your heart. Try and let the shoulders melt down a little bit more for one more breath. And then exhale, float your hands forwards. Well done. So we're a little bit longer again in our stance. Maybe you want your block here. We're going to inhale, let the left toes lift off the mat, draw the back heel away, hug the chin to chest. Exhale and lengthen through your heart. Roll the heart forwards. Inhale, scoop the belly in, round through the upper back. And then exhale, extend your heart forwards, nice and slow. One more together. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now ground the right palm and inhale, take that left hand to the sky. Inhale. Really good effort, everyone. Exhale. If it's okay in your neck to look up, breathe in. And then exhale, lower the palm. You're going to lower the back heel. Take your toes facing inwards. Sorry, you've got my bottom facing you at the moment. And come into that forward fold, facing long ways on your mat. Good. So take a breath in, lift your heart, your chest. And then as you exhale, fold. And just again, just check that you're not shifting all your weight into the heels of the feet. Bring a little bit of weight into the toes as well, so equal distribution. Then keep your spine long. Maybe you need a little bend in the knees. There is an option here, so please, practicing carefully, only if it's in your practice and you feel that you are quite confident in it, you are welcome to bring your forearms down, placing your crown of your head to the mat, and then replacing your hands where your elbows were, and maybe you will come into your headstand there. So I want you to practice it really carefully. Please only do this if it's in your practice. I can't be there to obviously adjust you, but if you are not quite there in your headstand, feel free to just get that sense of actually bringing the head to the ground, but not necessarily lifting your feet off. And you can see how that feels, head down, palms to the mat, and just allowing your weight to sort of you really work into the arms. So there's a lot of work into the shoulders there. So try not to collapse into the shoulders, but almost activate and lift through the shoulders. Yes, wonderful, everyone. One more deep breath in. And exhale. We're going to let the weight now slowly shift all the way over to one side, like we did before. And just alternate that weight into these side lunges. So really slow, just feeling that gentle stretch into the inner thigh, into the groin. Well done. Breathing and breathing out. When you're ready, we're going to let the weight shift to the left. It's the other side that we didn't do before. Left palm on the instep of the left leg, and your left heel is off the mat. Option to have a block nearby. And we're going to inhale, sweep the right hand to the sky. If your neck feels okay, look up and exhale, hold. Breathe in. Well done, everyone. Breathe out. Option here, if it's in your practice, maybe the left heel begins to lower. You extend that left arm, threading it around the right knee. Wrap the right arm around and find your bind as you balance. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you've got your bind there, release the bind. Taking the hand to the floor and then shift your weight back over to your right side. We're going to completely swivel our weight round, so we're now facing the center of our mats and we're on the right tiptoes. So like we did on the other side, option to sit there on a block if it feels quite intense on the ankle joint or your knee joint. Otherwise, if you're there with your foot, your heel lifted, we're balancing here. Left leg extended forwards. Engage through the core, and as you inhale, see if you can rise up and find your drishti, your focal point that's not moving, to allow you to balance and lift through the core. Lifting fully, breathing in. Well done, everyone. Breathing out. I'm trying to balance here and look at you. One more deep breath in. And then exhale to lower nice and slowly. You're going to let the right heel come to the floor. You're going to slide your left leg to meet the right. And then hug the left knee into the chest. So you've got the toes towards your buttocks slightly. So just already balancing here on one leg may feel quite a lot for you. So you can stay here if this is enough. Or you can play around now, taking the hands a little bit wider. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, soften the supported leg. And can you wrap that left knee behind your calf? So right leg is standing on. Left knee hooks behind the right calf. Maybe this is enough. Or ground your left palm and see if you can take a hold of your right foot behind there. Or it'll be your left foot, sorry, with right palm. Extend the leg nice and far. And can you sit down? Just hover off the mat there. I'm going to do it facing you so you can see what it looks like. So you're on your right leg. Left knee hugs to your chest. You wrap the knee behind, and maybe this is enough balance work for you. Alternatively, you take that right hand, you grab the foot behind, sit low, and extend the leg as you hover just off the mat there. Breathe in. A few of you giving it a go there. Well done, everyone. And then exhale. Together, right leg lift, right leg straight, and then extend that left leg to the sky, standing splits. Take a breath in. Exhale. Take a breath in. Well done, everybody. And then plant that left foot to the floor. Taking a breath in, lift your heart, lift your chest. And then exhale, melt your heart to your thighs. Well done. Bring your chin to your chest. Rock out your head from side to side. Saying yes, saying no. Shaking it all out. Taking a few more deep breaths as I just check in with you all. Well done, everybody. Breathe and breathe out. And when you're ready, one last little bit of fun for you all today. We're going to walk our hands forwards. Bring the hands into the center of your mat and spread the fingertips nice and wide. So you're kind of in like a short downward dog position. And just starting to prepare ourselves for a crow pose. So If you prefer and you feel more confident having a cushion or something in front of you, you're welcome to do that. It sometimes helps with confidence to know that you've got something in front of you. Crow pose is your balancing pose, your arm balance on your hands rather. So your weight is going to start to shift into your fingertips. Tiptoe your feet forward, so you're coming to this really, really short version of a downward dog. And the key here is to try to not look down now. You're going to shift your gaze forwards and then start to draw your elbows back. So as if you're almost trying to create little shelves for your knees as you draw the elbows in and back, and then hug your knees to the backs of your forearms, your upper arms rather. And your weight wants to shift into the fingertips. Try to look forwards rather than down. And then maybe play with lifting one foot, bringing it down, maybe lifting the other foot. And just play with that to see really where your weight is and get confident with that. And maybe some of you can start to actually lift one foot off, then the other foot, and lift your heart as you gaze forwards. And I'll just come in and check in on you all, make sure. That's it, Liz. So let your weight sort of shift forwards quite a bit. That's it, Tess. Well done. So really practice while you're in downward dog to really create quite a small, short downward dog. That's it, Sarah. Yeah, great. And you might find to begin with, yeah, did Joe? You might find to begin with that it's easier to let your knees go quite wide. So eventually you kind of hug your knees in line with your shoulders, but if it feels easier to do so, you might find that you have to sort of let your knees splay out quite a bit, which is fine to begin with. You just want to try and get used to actually balancing. So if it feels like your knees just really come wide, just play with it. You haven't got far to go if you do slip, but and it can feel quite strange on the backs of your arms. Yeah, it feels almost like it's quite pinchy at times. So it's also getting to grips with that. And if you've got fabric on, also it might feel a bit slippy. But yeah, it's funny. I can see you laughing, but I can't hear you. You're doing amazing though. Well done. Let's take one more breath. One more breath, have a good laugh, breathe, and then exhale, slowly step your way back, downward dog. Breathe in deeply. Exhale. And again, inhale through the nose. Open the mouth wide as you exhale. And then lower the knees. Rest your forehead down. And let your arms run alongside your body here as we come into child's pose with the arms extended alongside the body. Well done. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, fill the belly, expand onto the thighs. And then exhale, feel your whole lower back broadening. And again, inhale and exhale. When you're ready, hug your chin to your chest, scoop the belly in and round your spine up like a ragdoll, bone by bone, letting your head come up very, very last. And roll out your shoulders. Take your time so you don't feel dizzy. A couple of rolls of your shoulders, and as we're sitting on our ankles, if it's really uncomfortable, feel free to come off your ankles. But if you're okay here, we're going to slowly slide the palms behind. Maybe you're on your fingertips. Maybe the hands are back. It really depends on what feels good for you and your wrists. Roll the shoulder blades back and behind. Now hug the abdominals in. And as you inhale, let your hips rise as you gently press the hips forwards. Breathing here. Relax the jaw, relax the face. Breathing in, breathing out. Well done. One more breath. And then slowly sit yourself back down. Give your wrists a good shake out. Circle out your wrists. Well done, everybody. You've done amazing. Let's slowly, when you're ready, Bring your hands forward, tuck your toes under, and then pop yourself up onto like a squat, so you're sort of hovering on your tiptoes. Walk your hands back, shift the weight away from your knees, and bring yourself forwards. So you've got your bottom now on the mat, and your feet are resting forwards. So as we're working on a bit more of an intermediate practice here, let's take the more advanced option here. Please feel free to stick with your feet bent, your knees bent rather, if there is any tenderness in your lower back. Otherwise, if you can, extend the legs, reach the heels away. Engage your core as you inhale to reach tall. And then exhale, relax the shoulders, roll the chin down, and start to very slowly lengthen your tailbone away and lower down with control. So see if you can count 10, 9, 8, really slow, 7, 6, maybe you feel a little shaky, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, everyone. Once you reach the mat, hug your knees to your chest and lightly rock on your back from side to side. Maybe circle out the knees, just alternating in different directions with your knees, rolling out through the hips. Good. Nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Well done, everybody. From here, you're going to place the left foot down, hug the right knee to your chest, and just start to circle that right knee. So as if you're really rolling around that ball and socket joint of the right side. And then flex the right foot. Take the right foot onto the left thigh. Try now to just notice where you may be arching into your back. If you can, lightly let the backs of the ribs settle down. Take a deep breath in. And without changing any positioning of your legs, see if you can twist over to your left with the same sort of thread the needle position of your legs. Maybe that left foot, knee rather, lowers to the floor. Maybe the sole of your right foot might reach the floor. If not, you can have a block underneath, that's fine. And then encourage, you can use your left hand to draw the right knee away. So you should really feel this stretch into the groin. And we're also going to be opening up into the upper chest, the pectoris major. Let the right palm extend away, and then you can soften the other palms. You're not just forcing anything. Breathe in. Let your eyes close and let your right cheek rest a little bit closer to the ground. And again, breathing in fully. Breathing out slowly. We're going to slowly, when you're ready, bring the head to the center. Try to draw in the abdominals as you inhale to come back to center. And then exhale, hug both knees to chest. And even if you wish to, let the head rise round through the back of the upper back and the shoulders. Hug the chin to chest. Take a deep breath in. Shoulders relaxed. And then exhale. We're going to keep the left knee to the chest. Couple of circles with that left side, so rolling around the ball and socket joint of the left hip. Nice and slow. And then flex the toes towards the shin as you place the left foot onto the right thigh. And again, just notice what happens to the spine. Can you settle the backs of the ribs? Take a breath in. And then exhale, we'll twist over to our right side now. So here you find the right knee comes down, maybe the sole of the left foot to the floor, or maybe a block may be needed underneath, like here, if possible. And then encourage with your right palm to draw the left knee away and open into the groin. Lengthen the left palm away. Take a deep breath in. And then turn your gaze to your left. Allow your eyes to soften, allow your cheek to rest towards the floor. And just encourage that full body breath, opening in the whole front of your body, melting down through the whole back of your body. And again, breathing in and breathing out, nice and slowly. Hug the abdominals up and in. Inhale, bring the leg back to center. And then exhale, hug and squeeze both knees to your chest, nice and slowly. And when you're ready, just rocking a little from side to side. And if you can now for the next few moments, just start to grab any layers if you wish to have them, something a little bit warmer. We'll start to prepare for our relaxation. So also have a sip of water if you're thirsty. I like to place a bolster beneath my knees for Shavasana, so I can really feel that my lower back can just relax and settle down. So allow yourself to take the extra props, everything you want to have there to be comfortable. Lower your back down, wiggle your hips, wiggle your shoulders, and then allow your arms to open up nice and wide. Maybe the knees are open, or maybe you've got your legs wide as well. And just take a moment now to get comfortable. Check in on you, well done. And together, let's take a deep inhale through the whole body. And then open the mouth wide as you exhale. And again, a deep breath in through your whole spine. And then open the mouth wide as you exhale. Good. Start to allow your breath to just flow naturally. The eyes closed. Feeling the weight of your legs now heavy on your mat. Feeling the weight of your hips and your pelvis heavy on the mat. Your whole back releasing down. Ground beneath you supporting you and holding you. The weight down through the arms, just relaxing down and heavy but releasing. The back of the head heavy but relaxed. Soften through the jaw, the cheeks. Feel the eyes sinking into the face, the brow softening. And your whole being is soft yet heavy and fully relaxed. Beginning to slowly now deepen your breath. Become aware of how you feel, how still you may feel. Just notice the sound of your breath, the quality of your breath. Again, that taste, texture, warmth, everything you notice about your breath in this moment. And opening, awakening your senses to all the surroundings now. So can you notice sounds in the room? Anything outside of your room? The touch of the mat beneath you as you start to bring some gentle movement back into your body. Really slowly circle out your wrists and start to reach the arms back up behind your head, taking a deep breath in. And exhale to relax. If it feels okay there, to take a nice big yawn to stretch your jaw. And release. Let your knees rather start to slowly draw into your chest, hugging your knees in. Nice and slowly rocking on your back, massaging your back. And then carefully letting your knees rest over to your right side. So you may have your cheek resting to the ground on your right side. Take a deep breath in and out. We'll place the left palm in front of the heart. Ease your way up. Keep the head nice and low and heavy as you come up to a seated position. Maybe the eyes are still closed. Maybe you're sitting on a block or a blanket, coming to a cross-legged position. And just take a moment to settle, remain still, keeping the stillness that you've created, taking it with you throughout the rest of the day, the rest of your week. And then bringing your palms together in a prayer position. Rub the palms together to build up some heat. Build up some warmth into your palms. Place the palms over your eyes and feel that welcoming softness for your gaze. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then taking the hands to your heart. Bowing forwards to the earth, giving thanks to this practice of yoga that we all have in this moment of time to connect. Namaste.